Hi students, so we're going to be talking about the plot structure of a tragedy. How does it compare to plot structures we've looked at previously in literature classes? So the plot structure of a tragedy. Romeo and Juliet is a tragedy. So you should be familiar with the plot diagram. Rising action, climax, falling action. This should be something hopefully that you reviewed quite a bit in middle school. So with the tragedy, it is different, okay? Notice how we have two peaks. The second peak is not quite as high as the climax, the first, but it still exists. So we have some very obvious differences. So exposition is step one. This is, again, the introduction of our story. Here we are introduced to characters, conflict, and a little background in this part. Can you think of what part of Romeo and Juliet was the exposition? What told us the summary of the play? That was our exposition. 1A is the exciting or inciting force. What causes excitement or what incites something to happen. This is an event very much towards the beginning, which gets the action going. Bam, something happens, woof, we're off, okay? So can you think about what happened in Romeo and Juliet, that all of a sudden something happened at the beginning, and now we are rolling in the plot, okay? There's a little hint there about peace. I hate the word as I hate hell. All Montagues and thee. 2 is the rising action. This is a build-up of the suspense and conflict. The more the action rises, the more we feel into it, the more tension. Rising action is number 2. 3, we come up to the climax. Everything builds up to this point, the highest point of sensation, of where everything just explodes. At this point, things begin to be resolved or brought out into the open. The climax, the most exciting part. So then we drop down into the falling action. Things start falling into place here. There might even be thinking about a happily ever after. However, in a tragedy, we spike back up. There's a moment of final suspense that we didn't foresee happening. It's like another climax, but it's not quite as exciting. Something was unresolved and it is exposed. Something goes awry, and then all of a sudden, when you think you know how it's going to end, this turns things in the wrong direction, and you feel impending doom as we head into catastrophe. A tragedy ends in catastrophe, an unhappy ending for a main character, at least one, maybe more, usually death. Catastrophe is the ending of a tragedy. Okay? So this then is the main, these are some of the main differences between a plot diagram of a, I don't want to go there yet. This is the main difference between a plot structure that we have viewed previously in literature and a tragedy. Thank you.